So, herzlich willkommen in heutes Vlog. On est dimanche et aujourd'hui we're going to Meisenthal to see a glass blower, or I don't know how you call that in English, but voilà, you'll see. The crafting glass here, that's the whole point of it. There's a museum, there's a shop, and they're doing it old school style. So this center was created in 1992 in order to conserve some knowledge on how to blow glass, it's tradition. And also they try to keep it alive by inviting artists and designers to revisit this kind of tradition. So every year they create a Christmas ball for your Christmas tree, and this year it's called the Fizz. It's from a Parisian designer. It's based on Russian molds of this press, which was actually created at this factory when it was still in business before it closed its door in 1969. The first thing you need to blow glass is this color palette, which is concentrated color that will you put on a can, you will heat up, and you keep warm. So first thing first, we keep it warm. They're waiting for Marianne. So they work with 4 ovens. The first and main one, which contains a main glass, is at 1150 degrees. It's on all year and it's powered by natural gas. It contains a ceramic container which can hold 150 kilos, yes, of glass, molten glass. They have other smaller oven to reheat the glass, which are around 1500 degrees. And so, now back to this color palette. You're gonna actually detach a small bowl of glass that you will reheat and make round and nice and proper attached to your can. And then when you will add non-color glass, it will dilute and give the color to your piece. So you keep it warm and round. So now at this point you go get some glass, non-colored glass from the oven, and if you will, it's a bit like honey. So when you go get some honey in your pots, if you have to turn your spoon constantly, otherwise it will fall. Well, here the same. If you don't turn your can, the glass will fall. Now, with a maillotche, which is kind of a big spoon out of metal, you're gonna maillotche the glass, aka make it centered regarding to the can and make it round. You can have one made out of woods. Where is the mouillette? That's what he stole from me. Ha ha ha. So you can actually maillotche, which is this action of make it round and nice, with newspaper, local newspaper preferably. And at this point you give a first shape to your piece, and you're gonna cut it near the end of your can to make your diameter narrow. And now you reheat a bit to keep your glass warm enough, and then you're gonna blow some air in a can, keeping the pressure on with your thumb at the back. And when the air get in contact with the heat, it's gonna dilate, inflate, if you will, and give it a rounder shape, expand the glass a bit. Now you keep cutting it near the end of the can, making the diameter narrower so you can get it in the molds nicely, smoothly, and then you inject pressured air in the mold, so it's really takes the shape of it. You wouldn't get this level of details making it by hand. That's the whole point of it. And then once you're done with that, you start cutting a bit more, preparing the cut actually of your piece while it's getting colder. Once you're good, you put your piece on this holder, and with just a gentle tap here, bam, it gets off your can, And then a second person come with a bit of glass, so you can actually, here she stopped making rotating the can, glass full, and you cut it so you actually close your piece, making it closed. And also, since it's supposed to be hanging on your Christmas tree, she comes and makes a little hook here. Now, one last thing is, if you just leave your piece to cold here in the air, the change in temperature is quite violent for it, and it will crack or break probably. So what they do is they put it in another oven, which is at only 500 degrees, which will slowly cool down during the night. So the next day you get your piece finished. Yeah, otherwise it would crack. So that's basically it. Gosh, it's warm in there. Well, obviously the first oven is at 1500 degrees, so obviously it's kind of hot. Even the cameras are getting hot. That's how you blow glass, I guess.